Hello everyone, I'm Jung from Ringer Trade Media. And since the COVID-19 has accelerated the digital transformation, many entrepreneurs want to make their factory more automatic with less people and to reduce costs. So one of the economical choices is to introduce collaborative robots, or cobot for short. So today we are at Elite, Chinese local cobot makers, and the building behind me is their Suzhou factory. So today we are going to find out how a cobot is made and what a cobot can do in a manufacturing shop. So let's first get inside to meet our tour guide today. Let's go. Hello, Iris. Nice to see you here.
Nice to see you. And I'm so glad that you come all the way here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. I think you got the Christmas tree here.
Yeah, we decorated our offices. And I'd like to take this chance to say Merry Christmas to you in advance. And today it's my pleasure to be on behalf of Elite Robot to welcome you to join the online webinar. And today we will take this 1 hour to give you a whole picture about our company, our products, and as well as our team. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit excited. Now I think you can come with me and please allow me to introduce something more about Elite Robot. Okay? These are all the awards and the certifications we gained within the past few years. And till now, Elite Robot, we have already deployed and sold 2,000 pieces cobots in China mainland and also overseas regions. Later in my presentation and the plant tour, I will give you some more details about the advantages, technologies, and as well as the applications of our company. Okay, now we go to next station, and this is our mini showroom. Here you will see our real product. It's the collaborative robot designed and produced by Elite Robot. Currently, we have full range of cobots, including the small payload, 3 kilograms, medium payload, 6 kilograms, and high payload, 12 kilograms. All the collaborative robots are available for widely used applications, such like pick and place, machine tending, palletizing, and also school driving. Okay. In the future, we also plan some new generation. So today in my presentation, I will give you a quick review about our strategy in the future. Okay, now I will invite you come to our office and take a look.
Well, since you got a lot of people here, so how many staff you get in the Suzhou factory?
Currently, the whole company, we have 180 employees. And I think that here, we have almost more than 100 employees, including the white-collar staff and also the blue-collar staff working the plant. Here on, I'd like to show you that all the departments, we work together, including our marketing department, products and application department, the R&D department, a very strong team with a lot of talent and intelligent engineers. So it's just like that. We have a live casting today and try to give you a real picture about Elite Robot. So I have a suggestion. Before the plant tour today, I will share my presentation within 15 minutes with some graphics and as well as some videos. So please allow me to take this please allow me to take these opportunities to give you some more details about who we are, how we act, and why you select Elite Robot. Okay? Okay. Now let me. We'll start from the first page about our company and the introduction about Elite Robot. We have an ambition to be the experts and also the best collaborative robots worldwide. In order to realize this target, we think that we have to make the product reliable, easy to use, and also with high quality and also high cost efficiency. Currently, we have already had many subsidiaries and offices worldwide, including the offices in Beijing, Shenzhen, the Tier 1 city in China, the R&D center in Shanghai, and the operation center you see in Suzhou. And also we had our subsidiaries in America. Frankly to say, Elite Robot, we also made some faults in the past. It's like many other startups. We start from a very big dream. Some professors from the universities, they founded this company, and in the beginning, they have whole range strategy of the products, including the industrial 6-axis robots, and also the collaborative robots, and even the grippers or the vision sensors. We almost made everything, But starting from 2019, we made a very big decision. We think that if we want to make our business successful, we have to concentrate on specific scenarios. So finally, we select collaborative robots as the target, and we phased out all the other traditional industrial robots and only produce and design our own cobots. So now you can see that including EC series and the newly launched CS series, we will have 2 generations in next year. Till now, we have to say that Elite Robot, we have already made many achievements. After 16 years automation background, a lot of our founders, they have very rich experience and knowledge of robotics. But for the cobots, we also have a lot of things to do. That's why we invite a lot of people to join with us together, including 180 people, our employee, more than 60 R&D engineers. We have a very strong team here in China mainland. But starting from last year, we begin to develop our overseas business from Europe, Asia, America. There's a good news to share. We have already completed our round B financing in 2020, and just as what I mentioned, we have already sold 2,000 pieces cobot within this year. It's not a very significant number, but I'm very proud to announce this number because according to our year-to-year increase, last year we sold 1,000 pieces. That means within very short time we doubled our business. How can we make it? Many factors influence the result. The first thing, we have a lot of certificates. As what I just mentioned, that we got a lot of words, and also we made well preparation for the overseas business. We have already had UL, CE, and as well as the KCS certification for the Korea market. Our CE licenses is comply with the international standard ISO 10218-1. That means our cobot is verified by the third-party SGS, including many scenarios such like safety, easy to use, etc., etc. Some customer ask me that, can you tell me in which scenarios will we deploy the cobot? Because we also have some solutions for the traditional industrial robots, such like SCARA or 6-axis. And why we need to use cobot? I think it's a very common question. And in these 2 cases, I show you a little bit. In the case on the left side, we work with a SME, a small company. They never used industrial robots before, and they used human beings to do some tasks. When they meet Elite Robot and our sister integrators, they found that such flexible solutions are able to make their automation upgraded. And there's one more cases to show you about the pick and place and machine tending applications by the cobot. This is a middle-sized company in South China, and in the early beginning, they decided to use traditional industrial robots to do machine tending. Frankly to say, it's not like a unique options. Even the cobot can be one of the options, but the customer hesitate because they are very price sensitive. They think that the single price of cobot sometimes is much more expensive than traditional industrial robots. That's also a common question by many overseas customers to say that, are you able to offer me a better price or better solution? I always answer this kind of question in my way, because I tell them that you need to understand your target. Which kind of target do you want to realize in the future? For example, taking this customer for your reference, finally they find that cobot is not only flexible, space-saving, it also can be repeatable in many other applications. It's a removable workstation by cobot. For example, today you can make the cobot to do the machine tending work, and the next day you can move it to the other production line and doing the screw driving. That's the relative advantages of cobot, and also make customer have a lot of imagination. They think about that using cobot can help them to save a lot of money in the future. They don't need to invest overlapped cost for the various applications. That's also one concern by the customer. Till now, electronic industries and automotive parts and accessories industries are main scenarios for collaborative robots. I show you some videos for your reference. The first one is the successful stories we made in the electronic OEM enterprises. You can see that we used the cobot integrate with AGV and also the end effectors, the vision sensors to do the machine tending, to do the CNC machine tending. And for the automotive industries, we also find some specific areas. For example, such like the vehicle lamping, such like the screen. Yeah, for the hybrid auto, now more and more people, more and more companies, they use the screen, and we use the cobot to test and inspect the screens. That's also one solutions. Okay, next page. In one word, due to the limited time, I couldn't share you all the case studies we have already made in China and globally, but if you have interested to know some more details or share the videos, you can send me the message or leave your message on the Renyi's media platform, and we will try to answer you as soon as quickly. 3C electronics and also the automotive, except the applications I just introduced, including the engine screw driving with high torque, the vehicle lamping, the car lamping screw driving with small torque, inspection, detection, workstation. We are all able to handle it. And the machine tending is also one area, very traditional. And we can use I/O communication to collect the device in our cobot. And we also have various interfaces, including Modbus, TCP/IP, Ethernet, etc. We have already listed in the specification of our product in the catalogs. So during the webinar, you can always ask us to share you the link for download. Okay. We talk a lot about cobot applications. We should not forget that Elite is a company only designed and produce the cobot arm, right? This part. But in order to replace for a human being and to do the real work, the cobot arm is not enough. So we always need the end effectors like grippers, like vacuum suckers, and also we need the sensors, such like force control sensor, the vision sensor. Fortunately, we have already had a lot of cooperations and communication with our eco partners years ago. including this well-known branding. We also work with a lot of Chinese brands. So we always offer our customer various solutions and options. You can tell me that besides the Elite Robot arm, which kind of product do you want to select? And we will share you that whether our cobot have already had some existing drive can connect this kind of product directly to make your work. Excuse me, the phone is ringing. Yeah, my colleague is taking the phone. I'm sorry for interrupting you. And we've already had some, how can I say, the plug-in and the play workstations and the demonstrations. So I show you some graphics and the videos here to convince you that we've already did a lot of solid works in order to make your automation and your system integration as easy as possible. Okay, here's another application which I'm quite proud of, because this year we have already cooperated with many AMR and AGV enterprises to do some successful stories for machine tending, material pick and place, inspection, and also for the new energy industry. Okay. I hope that you can see all the videos here, because I don't know that whether the internet is good enough and the video plays smooth enough. So always feel free to ask, because it's just like a face-to-face discussion, okay? Let me show you something more about our future. In order to make our business successful and also make our channel partners and the distributors successful, we concentrate on the collaborative robots and as well as the innovation of our products, because only to make the product competitive enough, we can have some other opportunities in the future. That's why we will launch the new generation CS series in next May. CS series is the name of the cobot superior. That means from the angle of software and hardware, we will have a lot of changes. For example, the programming language of this generation will be Python. And currently for the existing generation, EC series, we use JBI and Lua as the scripting language. One more thing about myself. I am responsible for the global marketing and overseas sales. Starting from last year, we began to develop our channels in the world. Yeah, until now, we have already had some authorized distributors in many regions, such like in Europe. We have strong partners in Italy, and that's Automation Ware and the company Telestar, and also in Portugal, the company name is Equinotech. So each time when the end user find us and inquire for the cobot, we will always recommend them to contact our local partners directly. So if you have interest to join us and be one of the channel partners, please also feel free to let me know. Okay, we also had some key accounts. I show you some famous name here, and I believe in the future, more and more names will be displayed in this page. So that's not only the job by Elite Robot, also will be the contribution by you. Later, we will have some time for Q&A, so you can leave the message, and I believe that June, she will deliver the question to me, and I try to answer you in this webinar. So that's all, and thank you for your patience to listening to the presentation. And I think now we can go for next station, and I will show you a little bit about our factory, and we will have a plant tour together. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice presentation.
Oh, thank you. I'm a little bit, how can I say, nervous. Because I know that Ren Yi's audience are very professional. I know that they come from different industries. So I try to show them the some knowledges and some solid stuffs, And otherwise, they will think that, we come here and we set aside our time. We want to hear some valuable information. Yeah. Okay.
I think many people may just is going to open your website and make orders right now.
Hope so, yeah. B2B business is not that easy, but I have confidence that each time after the communication, the customer, they will know me better and know the company better.
Yes.
Okay, here we are, and now we are in the workshop of our technical team. It's the area for our technical engineers to develop and integrate their solutions and also our workstations. So I will show you one workstation today. This one. It's the conveyor tracking application by Dual Arms. Why we use this demonstration to show our customers about the advantages of the cobots. First, you can see that we have some encoder here. It can calculate the speed and calculate the distance moved by the conveyor tracker. And this kind of signal will reflect and send it to the cobot. Then the cobot can work in the same speed and to pick up the stuff, pick up the objects. So using this demonstration, we try to tell our customer that we are not only the company have the knowledges of the cobots, we are also a company are willing to work with our system integrators and end users to make their application and the solution better. Taking this as an example, we develop our own SDK. So if the customer asks us to share the software of this solution, we will also deliver this kind of value-added service or product to them. That's also one of the advantages by Elite Robot. Okay, and here you can also see the different workstation. I'm not able to show you one by one, but we shoot the video for each workstation. So if you have interest to know the workflow, how it look like of this workstation, you can also send me the message always. I give you a very quick introduction. Such like this one, we use the cobot to draw in the picture. And the next one, we use a cobot to assembly the multitasks work. For example, they will assembly the serve and the fans on a PCB board. And there's one more, it simulates the machine tending application. I'm sorry, today our engineers, they are still working here and they work very hard. You can see there's some AGV and cobot here. And this year we have a lot of order for the mobility robotics. It will also be a new trend in next year, I believe. Okay, so now we go to the factory. And I think that we can show you how our factory look like, and also you can go closely to see our clean room. Yeah, we assembly the products here.
So I got a question
already.
Yes.
Okay. So
for
exciting.
the pick and the place, the robots.
Okay.
So the audience are curious about the precision and the tolerance.
Precision and the tolerance
about the cobot we just see in the other side.
Okay. For the positions and the chorus.
Yes.
Accuracy, you mean?
Yes.
About the accuracy, same as the other cobot manufacturers, the accuracy is positive and negative,
yes.
0.03 millimeter. So it's just like the standard one. The others, I know that they also have the similar one. I think it will be reasonable for the cobot. Frankly to say, cobot is not that accurate as the industrial robot, but for most of the application it's enough. So sometimes in order to make the positioning more accurate, we will use some sensors, like vision sensors, to reposition in the cobot. Okay, that's my answer. Okay, here we go. We have, I forget to show you here. Excuse me. This is the clean room, and also we say that it's a dust-free room, and we assembly all the drawings here. Yeah. Okay. And you can see that for the cobot, the most important component is the joints. In it, we designed the joints and the servers, and also the, how can I say, the encoders by ourselves. A lot of components are own designed by ourselves, but currently we use the external reducers. So that's also one thing usually customer will ask, where you get your components, main components. And as joints is a very important component, we ask the OEM to produce it. Then we will take it in this factory and assembly in the dust-free room. Yeah. Okay. Here we are.
So I see many people, they are working hard testing.
Yes, they're doing the testing in the factory because before we deliver the product to our customers, we usually have 72 hours, at least 70 hours testing in-house in order to ensure the reliability and the quality. As you see, to doing the overseas business is not that easy because the customer couldn't see you face to face. So that's why I appreciate on the chance made by Ren Yi Media. You invite the customers, they got your invitation very early, and they register for this webinar. So I know usually if they make a decision, they need to think a lot of different factors. They need to try to know whether your company is reliable enough. How about your qualities? Do you have a lot of successful stories?
Yes.
I got this kind of questions every day. But finally, we always encourage them starting from the first demo, because only you have a demo in your hand, you can work with our engineer via the, how can I say, the remote training. You can experience our cobot, learn how to program by our cobot. Then the both parties, we can go for next step to do some, for example, the real business or to do some application system integration. So step by step, the whole process, sometimes it's time consuming, but I hope it will be worthwhile for everybody.
Okay.
Any question from your side?
I'm just checking my phone.
Okay.
So I think many audience are curious about the delivery time and the quality assurance. So if your clients, they are in North America or they are in Southeast Asia, so how long it will take before your clients get their products?
Okay, good question, and thank you for asking, our dear audience. And usually, I think we can guarantee the delivery time within 2 weeks after you signing the PO and fulfill the payment. But as you know that this year we have each company, they have the pressure from the supply chain. Some company, they have the problems and the challenges of the shortage of the raw material. But due to our, I think, a smart purchasing strategy, we have long-term relationship with all our vendors. I think our delivery time is quite stable. So usually within 2 weeks, it's no problem.
So how a cobot can reduce clients' costs? Because we used in the past we used the human beings to assembling, to test, or to move heavy things. So how can our cobots save their costs?
Okay, to answer this question, we always talk about it from two angles. The first angle is the visible cost. Why we say visible cost? Usually some customers, they will make a very easy calculation about the salary of the employee. For example, taking China as the example, usually each year one employee is 80,000 RMB. I don't know whether it calculated to your currency how much, but 80,000 RMB per year for one employee. Then they calculate that for 2 employees, 2 shifts per day. How much money will I pay in 1 year? Then taking your cobot as the reference, they will compare the cobot investment and the human being investment. They will calculate the ROI. But I always remind our customer that you should also think about the invisible cost. For example, if you launch a new technology, the new cobot in your production line, for the collaborative robot, we don't need to install any external safety fence because they have a lot of safety. The cobot has a lot of safety functionalities, can ensure the safety of the people. And you don't need to isolate the working area of your cobot. It can directly work with your existing human being workstation. And what's more, the cobot is maintenance. That means not like the industrial 6-axis robot you need to maintain each year. And also there are some more invisible costs according to your real situations. For example, easy to program, and it can remove to the other workstation to do other works. I don't want to give a too fancy story to the customer, try to convince them that it's very cheap solutions and you need to think about it. I think different customers, they always have different demands. So we respect your difference and we also respect all your targets. Our job is to work with you to let you know whether we are able to meet your needs. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I wonder if you get some customized demands from your clients. Many clients nowadays, they have their special needs and they don't want the standard products.
Okay.
They want their own products, their special products. So do you receive such demand before?
Customized. Okay, first of all, for Elite Robot, we design and produce the standard product because we want to shut down the cost. If you make a standard product, you can make a mass production valuable. And also, if you have standard products, no matter your, materials, your, management will be more standard. So it's like a team. But also we got some specific requests from the customers. For example, they need a cable with special length. They also need some power supply, different power supplies for different regions. For this kind of simple customized request, we are able to handle. It depends the quantity, and also it depends that for example, the details. For some simple ones, we can also fulfill within a few weeks. But for very complicated one, we need to evaluate the possibility and recalculate the delivery time. So that's why we have to work with the customer one by one. I'm sorry that I'm not able to give you one answer to answer this question, but I think we always have the attitude to hear from you and try to work it out.
Okay, I don't know whether Elite got some subsidiaries in the overseas. So when you got one of your clients is calling, my robot is broken, and I need your engineers to get on site and fix it. But that it's hard to travel overseas nowadays since the COVID. So do you have some local maintenance team to help you to work?
First of all, June, I like your question because you show me that you look like the customer. You also ask the question usually customer will set. Yes, that's true. That's also one big concern by most of the overseas customers. When they begin the business with us, they concern that whether you can make my end users, local end users satisfied. Most of our distributors, they have very long time automation background. They have their existing customer group. And they also have very good relationship with them. When they start to launch a new brand, a Chinese brand, they are nervous that whether an unknown brand will be a risky brand to ruin their reputation. We know their concern and we also have some strategy to handle it. First of all, I think before we starting the business development in each region, we need to coach our distributors always. That's also time consuming. but we pay we are willing to spend the time on it. For example, we have different level of training. We have the open box training, basic training, scripting training, and we even have advanced training called troubleshooting, maintenance, and even for the joint change. You know that for a cobot, joints, as what I just mentioned, are the most important components. So if the cobot broken, the last task, the last thing our distributor can do is to change the joint. So for our authorized distributor, we always ensure that they have the ability to handle it. That means when our customer meets some problems, the local customers, the local distributors, they are able to, on behalf of Elite, to handle the problem, but not let them to call you and you remote support them, and everybody are very nervous for the whole process. But no worries about our on-time service. Because our overseas team, although it's mini, it's very relatively small, but we have very reliable and experienced FAE engineer. They always are ready to answer the questions. According to our policy, in the working days, we can ensure 24-hour feedback, within 24-hour feedback. And for the working days, such like the holidays, we also try to realize 48 hours feedback. So we have different solutions, and anyway, we care our customers, and we also think we are always work with our distributors and the channel partners on the same boat. So no worries about it.
Oh, since I get another question, this question is about the size of the components is of interest to our industry in terms components placement and quality control. Less than 0.8 mm component size is achievable for your current model?
I think according to the accuracy, for this question, according to the accuracy, repetitive accuracy I just mentioned, we can realize positive, negative 0.03 millimeter. So that means it's less than the request by the customer. But I think it's not like a naked cobot arm working in this kind of application. The accuracy is also influenced not only by the cobot arm, but also the end effectors. So to answer this question in details, usually we will discuss with this audience about in which application, for example, machine tending, for example, pick and place, how your objects, how your products look like. How about its payload? Is the payload available for our existing product portfolio? And what's more, how about your cycle time? What's the speed of your workflow? So for this kind of information, after we know it, then we can give you a more reliable answer. Okay? Thank you for your answering. Thank you for your asking.
Question.
Okay.
So we would like to type your email address in the comment area.
No worry.
So the clients will find you.
Thank you. And thank you for giving me this chance to get your access and to work with you together. I'm a little bit warm because I can feel that the atmosphere is quite good and a lot of audience is setting the questions. You can write me the mail, and usually we have some existing technical documents, including the user manual, scripting manual, catalog to share with you. But in order to answer each of your questions, it's better, as what I mentioned, to know your applications, know your workflow, know your specific parameters. Then we are able to offer you a more professional answer.
So I got a final question. Final one.
Yeah, I love to do. Yeah. Okay.
So lots of people are curious about. It's a big question about the trends in the Asian core robots. About the markets, what think the future trends, and can you name a few industries that will be promising in Southeast Asia that a collaborative robot can use in those industries?
Okay. Currently, I have a lot of inquiries from the Southeast Asia and also Asia about for example, we're taking industry as example, 3C electronic components. There are a lot of big OEM like Foxconn, Jabil, Flagtronics, etc. And also in North Asia, there are also some automotive industries requests. And what's more, such like a food, beverage industry, they also have some automation needs from the end users. And we're taking the cobot as example. First, it's will be very good at to do pick and place, no matter how the product look like. No matter it's a neck or it's a it's a cell phone, it can all do the pick and place and the material transfer. And the other is assembly. So assembly is including the screw driving, and the other, how can I say, plug-in tasks. And what's more, machine tending is also one specific area. And also palletizing will be suitable for our high payload cobot, 12 kilogram, integrating with the lifter kit or some slider. It can handle a bigger area, the palletizing work. So for this kind of application, I think it's very common in Asia, and we'll have the trend we'll have the chance for the cobot in the future. And one more important thing is, I believe that the Asian robotics company, we always have relative advantages of cost. Usually I don't want to mention cost because I hear too much price negotiation each day from the customers.
Yes.
I think if we're talking about cost or price, it's better to talk about the value. If you have higher value, you can always position your price in a higher rank. It's very equal. But why I say we have the cost advantages, because I think comparing with the Western brand, the robotics enterprises, although the Chinese brand we develop relatively slow or late, but we have various applications, and we also have how can I say some very special application requests by our end users. We also work very fast and try to meet their needs, and the advantages of supply chain is another. I think it's another very good part for us. But anyway, I hope that you can taking this chance to begin to understand that Chinese brand collaborative robots, it could be options for all of you. And we need taking some more time to study and to know each other better. For only one webinar, maybe you can have a whole picture of our company, and you can see that it's a real space, it's a real team, it's not look like a very mini trading company. Yeah, I hope that it can make you feel a little bit confident on us. Yeah. Okay.
So I still receive questions.
Still? Okay. If we have time, I'll try to answer it.
Seems very enthusiastic and very eager to know Elite.
Okay, thank you.
So,
I'm also very happy to hear that. Okay.
So I got a question asking about your distributor in Thailand, Indonesia, or Taiwan. So.
Let me answer the networking of the distributors. First, we have already had one authorized distributor in Singapore, one authorized distributor in Malaysia, and in Taiwan area, very soon we will have another one. So in Japan and Korea, we also have the authorized channel partners. But according to our networking strategy, we didn't offer any non-exclusive distributor. That means we will not only have one unique distributor in one territory, because for the cobot industries, it's like a long tail industry. A lot of different applications and industries. We need different system interpreters, distributors to work with us together. So it's very good timing that you ask. And usually after this webinar, I think you can send me the mail and we can make appointment for the online meeting, the Zoom meeting, then discuss something more about it. And one more thing is our conditions for the distributor, because although we call them distributor, we define them not as a dealer. We hope our channel partners in each areas, they are able to have the abilities of system integration. Because in Ledge, we are not able to fulfill all the system integration work in one region. But we always need the local partner to do the local-to-local service and even offer the end-user solution. So that's the situation of our overseas roadmap.
Okay. Since I don't get any further questions.
Cool. Okay.
So
let me take a look.
Also about Malaysia, are you talking about that?
I'm sorry that now we have one existing one, and the other they will sign the agreement with us very soon. Am I allowed to send you the message later for the name of the Malaysia distributor? 1 minute, one small company, one big company. We have two, not one, two. Sorry.
So you can also write an email to Iris.
Yeah.
And he will give you the details.
Yeah, because one small company, the Malaysia distributor, they are not very famous, but they starting work with us very early. That's why I respect them a lot. And there's another big one. They are very good at CNC and machine tending. Now we are in the process of agreement signing, so I'm not able to announce their name right now. I ask you to send me the mail because if I know that which application you focus on, then I understand which one is better to work with you together. Okay?
Okay, I think audience are very they want to find your contact, and we will type the email address.
Okay, you can. I have already shown my email address in the presentation, but I guess maybe some of them they haven't recognized it. But anyway, I think that the Ren Yi Media platform is very professional. They will leave all the message there, and we always keep this platform open for you to let you contact and access elite robots. Okay. I can repeat my email address here. My email address is renyi@elibot, elibot.cn. Okay, that's my email address.
So I still get questions.
Okay, still questions.
Yes.
Thank you for your patience, and also thank you for your support, everybody. I'm also encouraged by them, you know.
Yes.
Okay.
So some audience quite curious about your R&D center. So can you introduce some details?
Okay, the R&D center is in Shanghai, and it's a building with 4 layers, and how can I say, it occupies the area of, I remember, 2,700 square meters. It's a very big space. Why we set the R&D center there? Because it's more easily for us to search for the excellent employees, especially the employees for the R&D, such like electronics, such like algorithm, and what's more, the overseas team is also in Shanghai. So if you want to see something more about it, maybe later I'll show you a mini video. We shoot a video in Shanghai, and you can take a look. And what's more, we have a bigger showroom in Shanghai with some demonstration, and as well as a training room. We offer the local customer offline training, but for the overseas customer, we will shoot the video and offer you the remote and online training. Yeah. Okay.
So some people ask you, how can be the distributor? How can be your distributor in Indonesia?
As what I said, I'm very glad to share you the standard policies and the standard agreements of the distributors. I think it's just like a two-way selection, not like a single-sided. I will let you know that what's our background and what's our targets in the future, but I also hope that you can share your company background and your, for example, your business plan in the future. Then we see that whether we have some connections and whether we can be a very suitable partners for each other. Then I think everything will be very quick. Okay. Any questions?
No.
No? Yeah, I think I try to say a lot to you, but I hope that you can tolerate. English is not my mother language. If you have something that you couldn't understand or you have some misunderstanding, try to access us. Okay? So thank you for your time, everybody, and also thank you, Jung.
Thank you,
Tom
Iris, and having us here. So maybe one day we can go to the Shanghai R&D Center and do the live show.
Why not? I will welcome you, and I believe this website will not be the last one.
Okay. Thank you.
So I say bye-bye to you.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice day. Bye.